What is up, people? I'm Jake Roeder, and I'll be your tour guide through the wonderful project analyzing the effect of limonene on extruded polystyrene foam. So, some basic knowledge we have to establish. Not basic. Some former knowledge we have to establish. Limonene is a naturally occurring, abundant substance that is found in the rinds of citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, limes, etc. So it has an acidic quality or corrosive quality. So, extruded polystyrene foam is really a fancy phrase for styrofoam, which we all know. So my big question is, will limonene be an efficient decomposer of polystyrene foam? So, first of all, polystyrene foam or styrofoam is a super popular product because it is, one, cheap, so you're not busting the bank with your wallet or purse to buy it. Two, it is light, so you can travel with it. It is easily stored. Three, it is strong enough, so it's like good for coolers. It is thermal, which makes it even better for coolers. So if you're sitting there freezing your butt off at a cold U of L football game, which U of L is better than UK, no arguing there. You can have your good old hot cup of joe in your styrofoam cup because you know that is going to keep it warm. Three, it is really easy to get rid of. So you're done with your cup, crush it, throw it in a trash can. There's only one problem with that. It takes between 500 and 2,000 years to decompose. So if you think about this like a radioactive molecule, it's like it has a half-life, so it'll keep getting cut in half and half and half and half and so on, but it will never fully reach zero. So that's the 2,000. Once it gets to about 2,000 years, this styrofoam cup, the amount becomes insignificant, so we ignore it. So, styrofoam, super popular because it's super easy and super efficient. Also, it takes a super long time to decompose. So, because it takes so long to decompose, it fills up our landfills. So there's a couple ways to get rid of it. There is burning it, but the problem with that is it does get rid of the styrofoam and condense it. However, it lets off a toxic gas, which we don't want to hurt Mother Nature, right? Already doing enough of that, global warming. Next, there are mealworms that can eat through the styrofoam, but these are moderately efficient, but the mealworms die eventually, and when mealworms die, there's not really much hope anymore. Next, you can put it in landfills, but like I said, that fills up the landfills. And this way, using limonene to get rid of it. So, first, I obtained D-limonene from Walmart. Shout out to my boy Ben Peterson, who works at Walmart. If you're watching this, buddy, just shout out. Then I obtained 8 styrofoam plates. Cut the plates into fourths and took 8/4, so 2 plates, put them in each group, and then I also obtained some more plates and put them in stacks, which we'll get to later. So the initial, for the single plates, I took initial weight, and then I added limonene. So I had group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4, super creative. And the number in the group corresponded with the amount of limonene. So group 1 got 1 drop, group 2 got 2, and so on. And then next, I put the plates in a lab for 24 hours. I came back the next day, and I took the final weight. So once I got the final weight, I calculated percent loss, change in weight, etc. And then I took stacks of plates the day before. I'm not doing this, 2 days in a row. It'd be a pain. But I put 4 plates in a stack just to put them in a more practical sense. So you know you're not going to have one plate sitting alone in a landfill. You're going to have 200 plates stacked up, right? So I took the stack, I added 3 drops, 4 drops, 5 drops, and 6 drops. And then I let them set for 24 hours and then took the final weights and percent loss and all that stuff also. Big question, what are my findings? So, for group 1 of single plates, the average was 2.1% loss. Group 2, 2 drops, I found a 2.9% loss. Group 3, I found a 5.2% loss. In group 4, I found a 4.5% loss. So, as can be seen from this paper right here, the overall trend was an increase, and it was an exponential increase, which is good. I'll tell you why in a minute. But first, I used a scatter plot right here and just mark the overall trend, and I used a bar graph right here just to show, what it was and how much each one was. So, why is it important actually, I'll get to that in my conclusion area. So, the stacks, I found that there was a 3.8% decay for 3 drops added. 4 drops added, there was a 4.2% decay. 5 drops, it was a 6.9% decay. And 6 drops, it was a 14.5% decay. So, again, the overall trend was increase, and it was exponential, which is good. So, what's so good about exponential? Not only does this mean that there's an increase, it also means as you add more, it becomes increasingly more effective. And there's no real top-off point. So it's not like a negative parabola where it's going to plateau and it's just going to sit there. You know what I mean? Because then it becomes less efficient after every drop you add, right? No, this initially gets to where it's just more efficient every time. So that's super good for this project. It also means that Limonene is super efficient because it's way more abundant and it doesn't die like mealworms. Surprisingly, citrus rind oils don't die. Grasp that first. While you're grasping that, here are some pictures of the single plates. So you can see there's the affected area, and then the stacks of plates. This is all the way through. You can see the black dot in the middle, but you can also see the big affected area. So, this is super good. This means that Limonene is a very good substitute. A continuation project is finding a good way to distribute this Limonene, like in an aerosol form, which would be really practical because instead of someone going around dropping 4 drops on plastic plates all around the landfill, now you have a spray can, you spray it 2 or 3 times, you come back later, you spray it, or you can even just drop it from, something high. Another way could be through like a hose. You could add it in water. The only problem with that would be that this is an oil and it would not mix well with water because water's polar, this is non-polar. But anyway, that could be another option. And then, dropping it. But I'd have to come up with some more forms. Or maybe like rubbing it with a sponge. Anyway, that's a further project. So this means that, Limonene is just really effective. It's really easy to use. Thank you for listening to my project. Thank you for, give me a like if you're watching this on YouTube. Don't give me a thumbs down because that'll make me have a frowny face, and you don't want me to have a frowny face because, frowny faces aren't good, right? Thank you very much for watching my project. Peace out.